Hello.
Hey, Mad Minions, welcome once again
La 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 la.
to whatever this is. I have a special guest today, and he's very special. He's really special. He's so special it makes me sad. It's Martho Gragnani.
Wow, that's the first time you pronounced it correctly.
Hey,
Super good. Super awesome.
buddy.
Hey, y'all. What's up, dude?
So we're gonna get into our three topics right away. Right
Yes.
after this special message.
I can't remember when I've had a more pleasant day.
Hey, we're back. So for our first topic, since it is 2021, the last I recall, New Year's resolutions. What kind of New Year's resolutions do we have, my man?
Wow. Do people still do that?
No, but you know, we needed three topics for the show, so.
No, I know, but I was just thinking, like, because I don't think I heard anybody's New Year's resolution, but it's a thing, yeah. Wow. Well, first will be not get COVID, I guess. In the broader view of things of my life, I guess get more shit done.
That's my New Year's resolution too. Get
No,
shit
but
done.
you can be very specific, and you want to do this or this, or you want to lose weight, you want to write a book, you want to make a game, whatever. But it always sort of, yeah, I don't want to be that specific anymore. I just want to do more than I did last year.
Well, after last year, it's probably not too difficult for most people.
True. I mean, like you hear different stories. Like some people, they actually like got way more stuff done because they had way more time, in a sense, because they couldn't go anywhere. But then for others, it was, for example, you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I would like to summarize it like that. Get more shit done. What about you?
To kind of build on what you were just saying, one of my things is I have another book almost done. It's in the editing phase. It's off to the editor. So for 2021, I'm hoping to get 4 books done total. I want to like at least do like one YouTube video a week, and hopefully more, depending on like how many people.
What's the book that you're working on now? What's the one, like the one you want to get done by this year? What's it about? Is it part of a series or?
Yeah. So I just released the book in October. It's a group of post-apocalyptic horror stories. In the think of like Mad Max kind of style. And so I just wrote a second book. Well, that's the one that's in the editor now. I would like to get the Choose Your Own Adventure book I did like a couple years back. I really want to get a sequel to that done.
Right. It's different books right now, yeah?
Yeah. I have about like 3 different books that I want to get done this year.
You're all gonna finish them in 2021.
Yep.
Are you mad? Okay, next question.
Yeah.
Are you slightly how do you say that? Removed from reality. By the way, I feel like I'm talking to a fucking character from Borderlands.
Really? Cool. I want to
Freaking
be
God.
like the psycho guy. Some of like the one-liners that guy had in Borderlands 2 were hilarious.
Oh, the seriously, one of the most funny games ever is the Borderlands series. Like, I have no idea what the story is about, but
Mhm.
freaking those one-liners. You have like is that girl in Borderlands 2? Is that 3? Oh no, that's 2. The girl who just likes to blow up everything.
I think that's 2.
Yeah, that's 2. She's insane. She's so good. She has some sort of what do you call it? Some sort of bipolar, super
Mhm.
cute, super diehard 2 German guy sort of personality thing. Holy shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Have you played Borderlands 3?
Yeah, I did.
I haven't played that yet.
It's exactly the same as 1 and 2. So if you like
Oh,
that, fine, but don't expect any new stuff.
okay, no, that's basically run around and blow stuff up.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
those are resolutions. On to the next topic, which is
Okay,
Christmas.
I played Borderlands 3 as an extra resolution.
Yeah, there you go. See, you get your money's worth here, kids. Um, we want to do, since Christmas is over, but what are your favorite Christmas movies? I really liked Miracle on 34th Street, the original one made in the 40s. Don't watch the remakes; they're awful. Oh, Martho, speaking of Christmas movies, what are your favorite Christmas movies?
Like,
Is that
you don't
better?
need to, you just like had a aneurysm or something. It was fine the first part.
Maybe I
Um,
am.
no,
Just answer the question, you big stinky jerk.
have some water with stuff in there. No, but go back to the fucking first movie you just mentioned. Why the 40s version?
Because the acting is better. They tried to, sometimes in remakes they try to improve the story and modernize it.
Yeah.
Um,
Wait, when was the remake? Like recent? No.
like 1994, and I think they tried to remake it again. But the original one,
They were stopped by this guy in goggles.
yeah. Well, there's this guy who thinks he's Santa Claus, and basically I disintegrated him. And right during the movie, they're like, "Hi, Santa, give us some gifts." And
That's
little
usually
Billy was covered with Santa's ashes. The
that's
end.
usually where you need to stop shooting, or do it produce it. No, okay, but so this is a movie from the 40s. I'm guessing it's very cheesy, classic sort of. Who's in the main who's like
Oh
the main
God.
character?
I don't know like any of the actors or actresses' names. I don't know. But it's basically about this guy who thinks he's Santa Claus and he works at like Macy's and they call him insane, and so there's an actual they try to sue Santa Claus to think he's insane, and the story is still like timeless. Like I said, obviously with the remakes, they try to modernize it a bit, and the story kind of gets lost in the shuffle. So
Right, but so you used to watch this from when you were like is this like sort of earliest memories kind of stuff?
no, I didn't discover it until I was in college. Like in
Oh,
the
so wait, like 536.
yeah.
Um, oh, okay, that's interesting. No, because I was about to ask you because my favorite Christmas movies. So I'm from somewhere in Europe, right?
Mhm.
And so my favorite Christmas movies, they're kind of how do you say that? They're kind of linked to my earliest memories of like the movies that they would put on
Oh,
every year since I was like 3 or 4.
okay.
So these are some cartoons. Like I would like to mention here the Big Friendly Giant. The Big Friendly Giant.
The BFG! That's me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So here's this one book about this it's this kid who lives in an orphanage, I think, and then every night there are these huge giants who go into the city
Hmm.
of love, whatever. And then most of them are super evil, like they eat children and people and whatever. But then there's one friendly dude, the Big Friendly Giant. You have no idea what I'm talking about?
I don't. I'm disappointed that there's like one giant that doesn't eat kids. That doesn't sound
No,
like a good movie at all.
no, he's awesome. Don't be disappointed with him. The
Okay.
thing is, it was a book from the. Well, I guess he wrote it around the time when he wrote like Matilda and the other great stuff. And then first in the 90s they made this a cartoon,
Hmm.
and then I think 10 years ago they made either it's like a CG version or it's like CG with like actors in there. I forgot. And both were great, but the cartoon, holy shit! And you know what's really cool about the cartoon is that it's exactly as creepy as sometimes Roald Dahl's children's book would get. Because, for example, it's meant for children like, I don't know, 5 to 10 or whatever, right? Or 5 to 12, whatever. And then there's like the big friendly giant, who's like this grandpa, but really, really tall and giant and whatever. And then one of the first giants you meet is called the the bone slurper or something like this.
Oh my
And
God.
he got his name for his culinary preferences.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's super dark for like children's stuff, right? But I love that. And in the cartoon, the early cartoon, so the first cartoon, yeah. So that's one movie that I really associate with Christmas because they always put it on. I remember being at my grandparents' place or even at my great grandparents' place watching that stuff. Holy shit!
Yeah. I've
Yeah.
never heard of this. I really want to see it now, though. It sounds awesome.
Yeah. What else do we got? We got so Home Alone 1.
Okay. That's a classic.
Yeah. Holy shit! Have you seen like Macaulay Culkin recently?
Yeah, he's been like all over the internet lately.
He's a super awesome dude. He was at like at Cinemassacre, like playing a game. Like there's this
Yeah.
movie and game he made called The Page Master, I think.
Yeah, I saw that episode. It's
saw that,
hilarious. He plays a pizza delivery guy.
Oh.
He's been on Red Letter Media a couple times though, as well.
Yeah, he did. What review did he do again with them?
Oh my gosh, he's been on there like a couple times.
Yeah, he did a few times. Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, I love that show.
Yeah. So Home Alone. For a lot of people, Die Hard.
Die Hard's a classic.
Yeah. So like Die Hard is not like I really divide my Christmas movies between those that I saw when I like barely could speak until whatever, and then later on, like when I teenage or whatever. Yeah, and then Die Hard would definitely be in the second.
Yeah,
Second
and that's like a borderline Christmas movie. It takes place during Christmas, but it's like a Christmas action movie.
Yeah, it's not. There's not a lot of Christmas spirit, I guess, in there.
Yeah.
But it does have this whole Christmas, and they do put it on the whole time during Christmas. So
kind of like my next pick, which is Black Christmas. Black Christmas is a movie from like 1973, and it's technically a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
It's like one of the first slasher movies. You wouldn't have Halloween, Friday the 13th, any of those movies without Black Christmas. It's basically what those guys looked at when they made like the first slasher movies. So I recommend Black Christmas.
Black Christmas, okay.
Yeah, it's a bunch of like college-age girls. They're like in a little dorm room, and they start getting killed off like one by one. So obviously, like now it's like very familiar trope, but back then it like affected the whole like slasher movie thing of the 80s.
It does like okay, so I'm not from the US, yeah. So like regarding what sort of movies came into the mainstream big box office cinemas, I don't really know. I can guess, but did those kind of movies go into like the same cinema where you could see Home Alone, whatever, or is that?
No, these were definitely more like drive-in theater movies. You definitely would not see stuff like Black. Some of the Friday the 13th movies got pretty big, and you'd see them in the main theaters. But yeah, stuff like Black. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. But then in the drive-in movies, would you also see regular movies like non-slasher movies?
Yeah, you definitely see like the big blockbusters.
Taking his girlfriend, like just going through the tide. It's like, oh, Black Christmas. That's a nice Christmas movie to watch with my date. And then they stumble the gory.
Oh my gosh, it's a movie for the whole family.
Yeah, if you hate them.
Yeah. But anyway, so what else?
Cool.
Also on my Christmas list is Bad Santa. Oh my gosh, that movie is like so hilarious. It was the last movie that John Ritter did. It's basically about this drunken Santa Claus. Uh, it's you've
Wait,
never
this is
seen
not.
Bad.
You said
What's
John
that?
Ritter, yeah? You said John
Oh,
Ritter, so it's not horror, right? It's a comedy, or
it's a comedy.
yeah.
The guy who was in Sling Blade. Gosh, what's that actor's name? He's like the bad Santa, but there's a this little elf and there's this kid, Herman Merman. And if you've never seen Bad Santa, I recommend it. It's hilarious. I have one last pick, which isn't a movie, but the only really kind of serious thing on my list is remember the old Twilight Zone show?
Yeah.
From like the 50s and 60s? Not the remakes. The remakes are just awful. But there's
Wait,
a
right from the 50s and 60s?
yeah, like do 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 do. That Twilight Zone.
Wait. So we have Twilight Zone from David Lynch.
No, the Twilight Zone, Rod Sterling.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know that. I haven't seen it, but I know what it is. Yeah.
Okay, there's an episode in there called Night of the Meek, and if you can find it, I recommend it. It's probably like the most, and this is not a word as like a mad overlord I use a lot, but it is a beautiful Christmas story, and it's probably like the best Christmas. Quit laughing. It's probably the best Christmas story I think I've ever seen.
Yeah. Okay. Elucidate a little bit.
So it's basically this guy is like a mall Santa. Who is the guy from like the Honeymooners? That's the guy who's the main actor. I'm terrible with names. And basically he finds a bag that gives out like gifts, and again, the guy from the mall thinks he like stole the gifts, and
Yeah.
I won't ruin the ending. But
But it's like bizarre, right? This is
yeah,
creepy
well,
stuff.
it's Twilight Zone, so of course it's bizarre.
Yeah, but it's not horror scary, right?
No, it's not horror because this is on
Oh,
national TV, so they couldn't have
it's
like
this is okay. Well, I don't know. I mean,
yeah, Santa couldn't pull out like a chainsaw and be like mall owner. They couldn't do that on TV, so
no, not even in Wisconsin. Um,
sadly,
but no, but I'm pretty sure this sort of stuff should be because it's pretty old, right? It's probably available on YouTube if you go and look for it.
it should be. Yeah. Um, in this day and age of like copyright stuff, I don't know if like it's been taken down, but it's got to be online somewhere
It's
because
just sort of a general thing. I find that if it's like before the 50s, usually like a lot of movies as well, they're just.
yeah.
But anyway,
And the last topic is so who do you think would be a better crystal meth dealer or addicted to crystal meth? Mario or Link from Legend of Zelda?
but wait, you want me to assign one of those
Yeah.
to one character? So there's
Yeah.
two different things
So
here, and then
here's
you
Mario.
say,
Hey, it's me, a Mario. And then Link from Legend of Zelda. Which
oh,
one would be either I addicted to meth
yeah, no, I
or
get you.
or B a crystal meth dealer?
It's super easy. Like Link will be the dealer, and Mario will be the dealee.
And why do you think that? Obviously,
No,
I
Mario's.
agree with you. I agree with you 100%
Okay,
because
so first of all, one of those two characters is eating mushrooms, freaking throughout the whole game.
good point. And like
Yeah.
Mario
So
jumps around in this land full of clouds and stuff, so he's on something.
he's on something. He talks to toads.
Good
Toadstools or
point.
whatever.
He might
Uh,
even lick the toads when like nobody's looking.
Yes, I think whenever you just like in Mario 1, when you touch the pole and you go into the castle, there's like a black screen, right?
The secrets are revealed. You hear it here first, kids.
And I think Mario in general is just slightly unstable.
Yeah.
I don't really have arguments for that, but he just strikes me as a not really well balanced person. I like him though. Like a few of my best friends are not really stable.
Yeah.
I
don't know who.
But
yeah.
Link seems to be more I think Link could be a pimp as well, like an actual pimp.
Because he always is going into stores. He's always like buying and selling stuff. You know, stuff he finds on the ground. He's like, I just like murdered a bunch of these things out in the woods. So he would definitely be a better like businessman. So I think he would definitely be like more of like a crystal meth seller.
Yes, like I can see how he would like at one point he would like scale up, get like this front company called Hyrule Distribution.
There you go. We need to make a game called Hyrule Distribution, kids. That'd be awesome. The first one's free. Kids.
By the way, since we're talking about Mario being how do you say it? A substance abuser, have you played this? I think it's a Flash game because you can play it in your browser, but it's something similar. It's called Enuichi.
I've never heard of it.
Dude, that's super cool. So basically, this dude made this Flash game called Enuichi, and ennui comes from like the feeling of ennui, right? Of like you know what I mean, like feeling not strong, unhinged, alien, whatever. Yeah, and basically, it's like the third brother, or no, I think it's actually Luigi. Yeah, so it's actually you play as Luigi, but then he's called Enuichi. And he's just like, you're just walking through like a Mario 1 level. You can only like walk left and right? There's no jumping and stuff. And then it has this really cool sort of 8-bit, slightly depressive like background music. And then whenever you do a few passes, like where you walk for a bit, there's like a little text bubble comes up. Mm-hmm. And then he says stuff like... of course, now I can remember what he says, but he says like really depressive stuff. Like, I will always be with you, he said. You can always come with me, he said. And then he saved the princess and I never saw him again. And then he's talking about Mario. So it's sort of like a depressed Luigi who is sort of like cursing Mario, depressed about the state of the world, about freaking getting hit in the face the whole time by the hammer bros. It's super awesome. Like if you Google Enuichi, I think it's EU. Well, you can put a link somewhere.
I was gonna say, because I definitely want this game and that big friendly giant link. I want. Yeah. I'll put it in the description because I'm curious to see it. Mm. So that was the show this week, kids. This is again Martho, and we're gonna sign out. Stay mad, be good, please.
I don't want a sirloin steak. You can take pie and cake. They give me a tummy ache. I like stinky cheese, Liederkranz or Camembert, soft Gruyere, Roquefort rare, and she smells, but I don't care. I like stinky cheese.